All right, let's get into it. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on something we all do, probably more than we admit, online shopping. We're going to break down the amazing automated journey an order takes, right from the moment you hit buy on a Shopify store.
So, think about it. You find the perfect thing, you punch in your details, and you click that final button. For you, you're done. But behind the screen for the system, the work is just getting started. What kind of invisible, high-speed magic kicks in that split second? Well, that's exactly what we're about to find out.
The whole chain reaction, the entire automated process, it all starts with your click. And in the world of software, that click has to do something. It has to act like a digital doorbell, right? Instantly ringing to let the store's entire system know, hey, we've got a customer.
And that digital doorbell? It's got a technical name, of course. It's called a Shopify WebHook. It's basically an automated message that fires off the instant a purchase is made. And instead of a person waiting by the door, this thing instantly alerts the store's backend, saying, hey, a new order just landed. That single alert is the trigger for everything that happens next. So when you look at it from a 30,000-foot view, it's really a simple three-step handoff. First, you make the purchase. Second, that webhook fires off its instant alert. And third, that message gets sent straight into the cloud, specifically Amazon Web Services. And that's where the real heavy lifting is about to begin.
Okay, so the alert has arrived in the AWS cloud. Who or what is there to answer the call? Well, it's not a person, but it is a super sophisticated automated system that we can just think of as our processing robot.
And this robot, it's not just one thing. It's more like a team of specialists. First up, you've got AWS Lambda. That's the on-call worker that just grabs the order and gets to work immediately. Then you have Amazon DynamoDB, which is kind of like the team's super organized, incredibly secure digital filing cabinet. It stores a permanent record of everything. And finally, there's Amazon SNS, which is basically the automated postal service, ready to shoot out that confirmation email once the job is done.
So what does this specialist robot actually do? It follows a very precise four-step plan. The second it gets triggered, it grabs the order details. Then it acts like a bouncer, validating everything. Is the email there? Are the items listed right? Once it's all checked out, it registers the purchase, creating that permanent record. And only then, after all that, does it give the green light to send out that final confirmation. All right, let's zoom in a little on those last two steps because they are absolutely critical. This is where a permanent, secure record of your purchase gets created, and it's where you, the customer, get that peace of mind knowing your order actually went through. To keep everything neat and tidy, that digital filing cabinet, DynamoDB, uses a really clever key system. So think of the PK, or partition key, as the label on a big folder with the customer's email on it. And then inside that folder, the SK, or sort key, is like a unique tab for every single item they've ever bought. This structure means the system can pull up all your orders in a heartbeat without digging through everybody else's stuff.
And here's a really smart feature. Before filing anything, the system does what's called a conditional check. All it does is ask a simple question. Hey, does a record for this exact purchase already exist? And that one question prevents duplicate entries, which is so important for keeping records accurate and, not charging a customer twice for the same thing.
So, once all the data is tucked away safely, the final step is just communication. As the documentation puts it, the system triggers Amazon SNS, our automated postal worker. It grabs the confirmation details and sends out that "thank you for your order" email. And just like that, the loop with the customer is closed. This whole process is lightning fast and super efficient, for sure. But none of that really matters if it isn't also secure and reliable, right? So how is this invisible robot actually built to be trustworthy? Well, this is where you see some really great design. On one hand, you've basically got a digital fortress. The whole system is locked down so that only official Shopify webhooks can even ring the doorbell. And strict permission rules act like digital guards with very specific orders, making sure there's no unauthorized access. Then, on the other hand, you've got a safety net. If a weird order comes through with missing info, the whole system doesn't crash. It just flags the error and logs it for a human to review later, making sure one bad order doesn't stop all the good ones. So when you put all those pieces together, what do you really have? You have this seamless, totally silent engine running behind the scenes. It's a system that's built to handle thousands, even millions of orders with incredible precision, security, and efficiency, all without a single human having to lift a finger. It's the invisible backbone of modern e-commerce, truly.
And that just leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We've just dissected the anatomy of one automated process. But these invisible robots, they are everywhere. They're at work when you stream a movie, when you book a flight, when you get a simple notification on your phone. So, now that you've seen how one works, where else do you see them? What other parts of your life are being run by these invisible machines?